let's understand the simple kind of graph that I've drawn over here. This is like the baseline level, the baseline hormonal level. The hormonal cocktail, which includes dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, endorphins, various different neurotransmitters, the thyroid hormones, the sex hormones, testosterone, estrogen, etc. The hormonal cocktail that is present inside all of us, including cortisol also, including adrenaline, etc. This cocktail governs our mood and our mental states. And as we have postulated, one way to model human life can be to maximize the area under the curve of the emoji graph, or the emotions versus time graph. So let's look at this. This is the baseline level of mental happiness, satiation and stability. What happens is, as we are productive and enter the flow state in the mind, we increase the dopamine release. If we are telling ourselves the right story and the effort that we are taking is actually helpful for us, we increase the dopamine inside the mind and brain, and then this kind of reaches saturation. At the same time, cortisol and other stressor hormones are increasing because of fatigue. That naturally is a consequence for the human biological system of working or expounding energy. Humans require food and then sleep and rest for the sake of rejuvenation on a day-to-day basis. So naturally the cortisol and other stressor hormones are increasing. So after a while, this is going to reach saturation like this, but because of the stressor hormones, the net graph starts becoming negative. And beyond a certain point, if you keep working, then the stressor hormones and the fatigue is going to be more. So at this point in time, it makes sense, or even somewhere around here, it makes sense to actually stop work and rest and relax and rejuvenate, so that after that rejuvenation period, you can start this graph all over again like this. So this is how you kind of maximize the area under the curve. So you will say, why not stop here? Well, you should not stop here and you should go on, because this increases tolerance and induces the habit of prolonged exposure to hard working and effort and endeavor, and fixating our dopamine mechanism on the effort process. And because of this, it is important to stop not at the peak but somewhat beyond the peak, you can say somewhere in this region, so that you get this kind of a curve. And this is the curve that maximizes the area under the curve. Because if you stop here and then you are resting, and then again you are starting, then again you are resting, okay, it seems that this area is more, but more amount of time has been spent over here in rest. So simply speaking, even though the height of this area might be more on average, the duration to which it is lasting is less than otherwise. That's why it is kind of optimal to stop when you are somewhat midway or 60-70% into your fatigue or fatigued zone, and not before that.